Garchomp EX is on high demand here. Despite an impressive presence, this EX Pokemon has been one of the worst performing ones from the new set. Before we talk about the good, we gotta mention the bad. Garchomp EX shares similarities with Gengar EX. Gengar shuts down our opponent's supporter cards, while Garchomp's linear attack deals 50 damage to any Pokemon on the field. Both pay a big price for these perks though, having a 3 energy attack capping out at 100 damage. For a Stage 2 EX evolution, this is just weak. This is why we've seen players combine Garchomp with Lucario. I'm not a fan of this combination though, quite simply because it is a strictly worse version of Lucario toolbox decks, whether they run Rampardos or not. Combining a Stage 2 evolution with a Stage 1 is highly problematic. The Rampardos deck works because this Pokemon only needs 1 energy in order to fire off a much stronger attack. So is Garchomp EX a bad card? Not really. Let's talk about the good. Garchomp's linear attack is extremely useful, allowing us to one-shot a decent amount of basics, such as Manaphy, while also threatening to 2-hit KO most non-EX meta cards as well. Having the ability to reach the backline for so much damage with just 1 energy is one of Garchomp's strongest traits, the other one being its HP. 170 HP is excellent. I've had countless games where this HP stat has been absolutely clutch, allowing Garchomp to survive perpetual beatings and high-end attacks. Barely. So what is the best deck for Garchomp then? It took me a while to figure this out, but we got there. The key is to combine him with high functional basics in a deck where all of our Pokemon share a retreat cost of 1. This makes double X speed extremely useful, allowing us to correct our openers and send the appropriate lead to the front line. It also means we can pivot effortlessly without losing momentum. We get to preserve energy in the bench to set up a surprise Dragon Claw with our 1 copy of Dawn. Since Garchomp can lack damage, double Rocky Helmet is essential, being particularly useful onto a Hitmonlee lead and Garchomp himself, to capitalize on his bulk to wear the opponent's attacker down so that Dragon Claw is enough to end them. I've experimented long enough with this Pokemon to say that this is the most efficient and consistent way to play Garchomp EX. We have a solid matchup into a lot of top tier meta decks. Be wary of your sequencing, make proper use of Garchomp's bulk, and reach over to the bench for the win. What Pokemon should I build the ground next? You decide. Leave a comment down below and we'll see what we can do. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. We post Pokemon Pocket decks here daily. Have a swell day. Enjoy the games. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, here we go. Let's play some Garchomp. Against Fighting. We have a Hitmonlee lead with Professor's Research and Rocky Helmet in hand. Going second Hitmonlee is something that the opponent can adjust to, but if it is a fighting deck, if they want to find, like, if they want to enable the Lucario, they have to play Riolu. So in this case, like, in some matchups, a Hitmonlee lead can be countered when going second, but in this case, they are compelled to develop. And the moment they do is the moment we get kicking. Also, Hitmonlee with Rocky Helmet is very neat. And we find a basic Pokemon there. We're going to go for the research first, though, because we really want to find Gabite. So by going for the research first, we draw through our deck before we thin it. And oh boy. We find the pieces. I'm going to play the cool Gabite. I'm going to drop Rocky Helmet. Energy onto Gabite, and I'm not going to reveal the Marshadow just yet. Now they play that. And that Marshadow, I'll gladly start kicking. Kick the Ghost Baby. Lining it up also for Garchomp's line shot too. So now we're targeting the Riolu. Or not. But then again, kicking the Riolu allows us to I mean, they probably want to bring in Lucario. We have a Rocky Helmet already, which will put this at range for that. Now we do develop the Marshadow. And now we are actually going to... I think having flexibility and options is important. I think dropping Hitmonchan down is better than playing the second Gible. What I am going to do here is I'm going to Stretch Kick into the Riolu to force them to play Lucario. We find the Gabite and we have the Dawn. So now we do this. We Cyrus the Marshadow. We apply a little bit of Vengeance. And oh boy, they played the fossil right into our hand. Now we do drop that second Gible. And we're going to pivot into... We have Dawn, so we can always use the Dawn. We're actually going to focus on building up the Gible in the back here. And we're going to linear attack the Marshadow. This is 70, even if they bring in Lucario with a second Lucario. Even if they were to do that, Lucario only deals 80 damage. We fish for Gabite here. What do we have left in the deck? It's literally Gabite. So I'm going to Pokemon Communication to get the Gabite because I can draw into the Garchomp after, but I cannot evolve, you know, I need the Gabite first before the Garchomp. I linear attack this. Giovanni is a concern. Not anymore. Yeah, Giovanni's the one thing I lost. Like, Lucario Giovanni is the one thing I lost to, but they're running Rampardo, so they don't run Giovanni. You don't have space to run Giovanni when you run that entire lineup. This Sudowoodo deals 90 damage now. Which is just not enough, because my Garchomp is thick. The bulk and the kicks. Shoutouts to your boy Hitmonlee enabling that Cyrus early to get rid of that Marshadow. We denied their Marshadows with a linear attack and really showcased the reach while still having that Dawn surprise Dragon Claw them. Like, I wanted to have that as a surprise factor that they'll be like, oh, they can't Dragon Claw me next turn. But it never really led to that point because linear attack was just enough. You know, their deck is not, their Pokemon are not very, very bulky to begin with. And the combination of Hitmonlee and linear attack from Garchomp, and Garchomp's bulk, that 170 HP, even with a boosted Sudowoodo hitting us, We're still too damn fat for them. Nice. Round 2 against Water. And we got that Hitmonchan lead. I'm gonna drop the Gibbo as well because this could be all in Articuno with red card. And it's not like I'm super vulnerable to an early game Sabrina. It's not like it affects me that much. But generally speaking, especially when you're going first, you definitely don't have to develop until it's actually your turn. When going second nowadays, like red card is way less common than it used to be, which is a good thing. But we got that Hitmonchan threatening the 2-hit KO on this. We got another Pokeball here. Into Hitmonlee. I'm going to hold on to Hitmonlee in hand, not show it. I'm going to jab. So they're combining Blastoise with Starmie EX. That's very greedy. And Articuno. So it's definitely a Misty or Die deck. We pick up Marshadow. Whom we will enable. We're not going to Rocky Helmet this Hitmonchan here. Am I going to play the Hitmonlee, though? What if they Sabrina me? They would have to X Speed into Sabrina. X Speed into Sabrina would really suck because I would lose my Gibbo, so I do want to develop the Hitmonlee because of that. Rocky Helmet doesn't make a difference with that Starmie because we don't run... We do not run Giovanni, so we still miss out on the kill by a little bit. But back-to-back Rocky Helmets could put it in a position. I do have another Rocky Helmet, so I'm going to play the Rocky Helmet. And I'm going to jab again. We just need Gabite now. Plays around Irida a little bit. There's the X Speed. Because if I top deck another Rocky Helmet, then this Marshadow can force the Starmie away. There's a Pokemon communication there. I do want to go for it because now the odds are really in our favor. We do want to find that Gabite. There we go. So we can potentially go for Garchomp after. Go for revenge. Not enough to pick off the Starmie. Of course, there's a card that their entire deck revolves around. Yeah. And they don't even place energy. if I can't miss the though. Let's pick up that last Gibble. If they Misty and like flip 2 heads or something, we kind of like die anyways. So there's no reason to play around that. Is there a reason to like... Nah, it's not overthink. It's just evolving the Garchomp. And we linear attack here. And we set up an endgame Cyrus. And hope for no like second Misty stealing the game. It's kind of like it's why I talk so much about this card is because I don't enjoy facing water because it just comes down to this. Play a Staryu. No? There's no way they run this, Misty, that, X speed, and Potion on top of that. So I'm actually going to linear attack the Articuno. Because if I linear attack this, I play right into their Irida. But they need to put energy on the Articuno in the back to Irida it. So as much as this Cyrus is telegraphed, even if they high roll like crazy here, our Garchomp survives. Even the most powerful Hydro Bazooka. And they potion the wrong Pokemon. Oh, the bulk! And the misplay. They actually do play potion. What the hell? Oh my god. Anyways. Get clawed. That one feels good. That one feels extra good. Oh my god. That HP. That glorious, glorious HP. All right. How about a Misty free matchup? No? Okay. I'm gonna choose the Pretty Gibble. And I did right in choosing here. I'm gonna put a Rocky Helmet on you, preventing you from tackling me. We got double Garchomp, but we don't want to quite play Gibble here because we really want to deny them the ability to attack. We do 2-hit KO them. Oh yeah. Now we do play this Gibble. And we Sharp Scythe. For a little bit of extra oomph. Worst case scenario here, they have Glaceon EX, and they play Misty and flip heads. Irida. And Potion. All right. We do find Marshadow. We're not going to resort to it just yet. We're going to place the energy onto Gabite. And I'm still just going to target the Eevee that has all the energy invested onto it with the linear attack. We actually do miss out on the KO because of this. But we hit it super effectively. And we put it at range to go down, even if it's a Glaceon. It's a Leafeon. The Leafeon Splash. That caught me off guard. But because we hit it prior, even after the Solar Beam, we knock it out. Okay, that surprised me. I gotta experiment with that. I've showcased Leafeon with Venusaur, which is a bit more of like a straightforward approach. But I definitely gotta cook with like dual energy Leafeon. There's a lot of spice there. I gotta play the Marshadow now. Yeah, the Leafeon hitting us super effectively is a big deal. Okay. I was a little bit nervous there. Because, yeah, we're weak to Leafeon. Dual Energy Leafeon is definitely... That should be on my radar. You know, obviously the combination with water makes a lot of sense because you play Irida and you're able to heal your stuff. There's a lot of neat things you can do in that sense. I'm always just like biased towards Venusaur. But that is... Let me know in the comments if that's something you would like for me to explore. All right, Andrew. Grass. We're forced with a Mars Shadow lead, unfortunately. Not an ideal opener. We do have X speed into Dawn. I want to hold on to this Pokemon Communication, even though it could help us find something to pivot into. Right now, like, I want to give myself one more draw. One more draw to find Gibble. To enhance my chances with a Pokemon Communication, basically. Lol. And now we find that Pokeball, and all of a sudden this Pokemon Communication is a lot more promising because we gave us that extra time to draw. I want this energy on you. No matter what happens, I can take a hit. But then I open myself up for... No, but it's fine. I'm gonna use this Marshadow's HP. I play into Cyrus by doing this, but I can also enable Dawn in a pinch. The problem is the grass weakness with Gabite allows the Leafeon to one-shot it. But my Marshadow can survive the hit. Now we Pokemon Communication. One of the Gabites. They Cyrus us. And we're in trouble. The typing is just really rough for us. Like, I can snipe the Execute there, but this Leafeon gets to 2-hit KO me. And the odds of them having Erica are quite high. But I cannot... I could snipe this down, but I need to play to win. And the way we play to win is them not having an Erica. Which is really, really, really copium. Like, if it wasn't for the typing advantage, my Garchomp would be able to tank 2 hits from this. But I can't, so I have to play to my best odds. My best odds are to actually knock out the Leafeon. And hope that their hand is a bit bricked. Or they just send in Executor, like regular Executor, like the other one, this one, with the Psychic, and they one-shot me. But I was kind of like doomed anyways, basically. I mean, they don't one-shot me. But I was fundamentally doomed from the beginning. Because if I snipe this, then they threaten to 2 kill me, and I haven't gotten any damage on this Leafeon. And I just cannot, like, even sending even top decking Gabite and X speeding and sending it in, it's just not enough. Wrecked. GG. Grass, tough. Alright, Turtwig, what are you playing? Fighting. Oh, we got that Hitmonchan lead. Nice. Whoa. Tyranitar. Okay. Not great to lead off with Larvitar, but the good thing is Larvitar has a cheap retreat cost. Like, a lot of these, like, if you compare this to Rhyhorn, Rhyhorn has a retreat cost of 3. Rhyhorn, I mentioned Rhyhorn because Rhyhorn and Rhyperior, the evolution line is very similar to Tyranitar. They're basically kind of like the same Pokemon, but Tyranitar caps out at higher damage in exchange for blending with Arceus, requiring Arceus. So in a way, Tyranitar is kind of like the new Rhyperior, which is, you know, they could X speed into Mimic, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna develop Double Gibble. Normally I would keep it in hand for Pokemon communication, but this time around, like, they have a Chatot in the back. I'm not gonna give them those draws. I'm gonna put the Rocky Helmet onto Hitmonchan immediately. I'm just gonna start jabbing. I'm gonna start boxing, and I'm gonna build up my Gibble in the back. Look at that speed attack. Look at that 3 energy speed attack, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, they want to send in Chatot, and we played around that. We limit their draws this way. So much so that they don't want to Mimic. But that is now vulnerable to a linear attack. I mean, until they evolve into Tyranitar, of course. You see, that Pokemon communication would have been nice. But the Chatot, you know, it tricked me. But I'm going to threaten to 2 kill it. Unless they have a way to enhance its HP, which then they will lose the ability to heal Tyranitar. That's their second Pokemon communication. So the deck is really fixated on finding... Okay, they find the Arceus, and they have the Tyranitar. They still need a bit of time to enable Tyranitar. And we draw the best card. The best top deck you generally hope for in Pokemon Pocket. Your boy Oak. And there he is. Don't even need communication in this game. Energy onto Gabite here. Jab for the finish. We got double X speed. It's generally there to really correct our openers. And Tyranitar is still not ready. And the beautiful thing about our Garchomp is that 170 HP stat is enough to survive a Land Crush at full force. Yet another game in which that 170 HP makes all the difference. But I could just kill Arceus, to be honest. Shouldn't I just, like, knock out Arceus in one hit, force them to have another one? Yeah, that feels better. And now that we have this Hitmonlee here, I can wait for the Pokemon communication a little bit. I can go for the X speed. Like, force him to have another Arceus. which they have been so desperately hunting for. Deny leaf value. Super effective Dragon Claw. Enough to knock regular Arceus out. Not show the Marshadow yet. Keep that in our hand as a surprise factor here. Doesn't really matter the Arceus or not. It's just about getting that other kill. Aha, okay, you got Nanny. But we live. We live nonetheless. We survived this almighty attack with our thickness. We communicate with our Pokemon. Drop the Marshadow now, surprise them with it. Go for the Dragon Claw. And I don't know how much healing you got, bro, but I just somehow don't think it's enough. Because you haven't scored a single point on me. And now my boy Marshadow is ready. And if you retreat, then I hunt you down. Shout out to Tyranitar, though. I gotta make a deck around this card. It just ran into the wrong Pokemon today. 170 HP. Pretty much everything else, Tyranitar starts one-shotting at that point. But not him. Wisey will be our final boss. What do you got, Wisey? Oh boy, it's water again. I love water. I face water like a lot lately. People just always gravitate towards. Like I played water for the event, right? But I didn't play with Misty. I played it with Abomasnow. Like, you know how I feel about Misty. Rocky Helmet into. Okay, not great. We do have Dot and we can X speed into it. We have Gabite and Garchomp. We're just missing. We're just basically missing Gabite here. Or Gibble. They do not attack us. Interesting. I'm going to drop this Hitmonchan. I'm going to X speed. Preserve that energy onto Hitmonlee for the Dawn. I'm going to send in Hitmonchan. And I'm also going to Rocky Helmet it. To effectively put it at range. Put this Palkia at range. I need Gibble, though. Gibble, please. Gibble, we need you. Gibble, we need you, Gibble. Oh, I mean, okay. That works. We're not vulnerable to Sabrina. Irida heals, but still doesn't put you out of range. Unless you happen to run Potion as well. They attack. Which is wild, because that Irida was pointless. And that moment they knew. They fudged up. Keeping it PG. All right. I know I said that last guy was our final boss, but I feel like that would have been a little bit anticlimactic. Water. Water it is. We got a Hitmonchan lead here. Like I said, I just run into so much water. Into a Manaphy. Good matchup. Especially because we're going second. Hitmonchan is just... It's quite simple. It's just a reliable, basic attacker that has a nice HP stat and hits Arceus super effectively. Though we haven't run into Arceus today, have we? Oh, okay, that's based. Can I find me a Gibble? Hitmonlee instead, okay. I'm gonna jab. While preserving my cards in hand. I'm not gonna use this Rocky Helmet because this Manaphy is not gonna be attacking. They could try to pivot. But if it's the same deck that I was running, then it plays Leaf. It should play Leaf, not X speed. So if they Professor's Research, they don't do that. But they do find all the pieces there. But if they do want to ramp, okay, there's the cape. Good start for them. I need to Pokemon Communication the Hitmonlee, and I need to find Gibble. Okay. If they want to send in a Abomasnow after, unless they have a cape, if we put the Rocky Helmet onto the Hitmonchan, then we will be able to revenge this with Marshadow. And this jab is important because even though we don't get to finish off the Manaphy, even if they do have Irida, we are able to finish it off with Garchomp's linear attack. Instead, they just build up again. And we shall do the same. Energy onto Gabite. Final jab. I do not play Sabrina in my Abomasnow deck, but that doesn't mean that they don't play it. But I'm not going to play around it. I can't really play around it. There's Mr. Snow. Double Snow. Rocky Helmet aligns that for the kill, though. Pokeball into another Gibble. We do play it. Energy on to you. And now we're not vulnerable to Sabrina in any way. We don't want to reveal the Garchomp just yet. We're just going to revenge here. And they bring in a Abomasnow. And they did just play a Manaphy? They did not just play a Manaphy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Concede incoming in 3, 2, I don't even know what I'm doing this, to be honest. 1. Or maybe we just have to show him. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. Oh my god. That was a throw. The Rocky Helmet top deck was really good though, because it allowed me to basically, like, they need a cape onto Arceus to hit me and not die to a Dragon Claw retaliation there. They ultimately, the funny thing is, if they want to hit us hard with Arceus, they do kind of have to drop Manaphy to get that extra damage. I mean, they don't have to. Like, they just have to think, well, do I play around Potion or not, right? Stuff like that. But the moment they drop Manaphy down when I just need one more point, unless they cape it, it's checkmate. I would like to see their reaction to that. Maybe that's just me being an asshole. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Garchomp is fun. Garchomp has quite a bit of potential. I wouldn't say it's definitely... I definitely wouldn't say it's the strongest fighting deck in the game. Like, I think Lucario with basics takes that slot. Lucario's Rampardos as well is very powerful. But it still has some niche in the meta. It's intricate to pilot, but there's a lot of neat things you can do with the linear attack approach. Targeting the bench and combining with Hitmonlee is really, really rewarding as well. And all in all, I believe this is the best way to play Garchomp, because we're mixing him with highly functional basics so that we have more slots in our decks to run cards, and we don't require everything to be formed piece by piece. You know, we just need to build up the Garchomp and then have our super good fighting type basics fill in the gaps in the meanwhile. Thank you for coming to the Tech Talk. Have a solid day. Hope you enjoyed the games. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.